Morning, welcome to Ben's Allotment. I started a channel last year. I only made a couple of videos, then things changed due to work mainly. Couldn't get the time down the plot that I needed, but yeah, we're back in 2021. That's a bit of a New Year's resolution to really kick this off and get the videos rolling out on a regular basis, and no better time to start than now. So I'll run you through a few jobs we're going to do today. So the first job today, this narrow bed here, I've got quite a big gap between them on this one. So this has currently got 3 blueberry bushes in it. What I want to do is put the blueberry bushes in pots in the fruit cage with the other ones. This bed was built before the fruit cage was built. So transfer these into pots like the others are. All the ericaceous soil that's there. I've got a Christmas tree that I've got to shred at home. That'll go on top to aid it, and then this bed here will be dug out and rebuilt into 2 narrow beds from some asparagus crowns that I've got coming in the next month or so. But before we get on with anything today, I'm just going to have a run through and show you how things have changed and what we've got here now, because obviously it's been such a long time and a lot's changed when I look back at the video this morning actually. So as I said, new chickens. We've got 7 in there. It's got a bit of extra netting just round at the minute just to help keep them a little bit warmer. But yeah, 7 girls in there, and they're still laying well even in the cold, so can't complain. We've got IBC tank. We've been collecting plenty of water, but I'll need it with that polytunnel from Direct Polytunnels. It's 14-foot straight-sided version by 30-foot long. So looking forward to that this year. A few leftover sprouts here, they really need to come out, but they're just there as a bit of chicken greenery at the minute. They love them, so why not leave them there? I've got nothing to fill the space at the moment. This bed's near enough empty, it's just ready for a top up of compost, which I've actually got in the van, so hopefully we'll get around to doing that in the next day or two. Here we just have a few celeriacs left. Really hard to germinate, I found this year, but the ones that did go produced a lovely celeriacs, really nice size. Once again, this is more of a sort of chicken bed again. We've just got a few cauliflowers in here. There might be 1 or 2 that are still okay, but it's mainly for the chickens. And like I say, this area down here really needs a good tidy up, which will be done soon. I built the new polytunnel, got it all up, and then job changed. I was working 14-hour days and that ain't really allowing for allotment time, unfortunately. There we've got another IBC there, and I run a 12-volt bilge pump down that system there. Very similar to the same pump as what Terry King's got. That's where I got the idea from, and that allows me to catch water off those sheds up there, which I'll show you in a minute, into those IBCs, and when they get full, pump it down to these, ready to use in the tunnel. We have asparagus bed 1, asparagus bed 2. They were in last year, so soon be able to cut a few little bits from that. Another sprouts, 2 different varieties this year, and this variety, they're pretty much all blown. I only grew 5 of these. These were, I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but yeah, shan't be growing those ones again. The better ones were Bosworth that I grew. They were lovely. Here we've got our overwintering onions, just some Ishikura, I think they are. No, Japanese onions, I don't know. Yeah, we've got some sprouting broccoli. Some of that's ready to pick actually. Lovely. And the kale's just about finished now, but we'll leave it in case any greens sprout back for the chickens. And here in this bed we've got elephant garlic with a few just shallots just in this corner, and then I've got the fruit cage. Not a lot going on in there at the minute, so I shan't bother going in there. Just more water storage. It's all needed. And we've got the compost bins. Leaf mould coming down nicely at the end down there. 2 new fig trees that had to be moved because of the polytunnel rebuild. Like so. The cherry trees are budding up nicely, which is good. Like I say, there's a few bits of metal from the old tunnel still laying about that I need to get rid of, but I'm loath to chuck things away, so again, one of the old covers. This bed's still got a few parsnips kicking in up there. Old guttering what I had round the tunnel. Still in debate whether to put it round this tunnel or not, but I'm seeming to be catching plenty of water as I am at the minute, but we'll see how this year goes. I'll just store that guttering for this year. This area here, I'm mainly no dig as you can see, but I've just dug this over because this was a bit of a storage area when I was doing the tunnel and it got heavily compacted, so I dug this over just 2 days ago actually, just by hand. And my plan is to put a rhubarb bed in down here. As you can see, there's one crown already there, and then I've got my 4 trees, pear, apple and green gage and plum over there. So in this bed here we've got broad beans, Aquadulce Claudia. They're doing really well. There's a couple of small cabbages over there, Savoy cabbages. Hopefully they'll heart up to something, which would be nice. And right, I'll take you inside the tunnel. Change in temperature in here is unreal. So at the minute there's not much planted and it's still a bit of a mess, but we'll get it around, don't worry. So in there we've got some green waste compost that I shall spread out along the bottom layer of that. Those stakes where there's a couple of rhubarb plants there that need to be dug out. They were there when the build was done, but it was the wrong time of year to disturb them, so they'll be done in the next couple of weeks hopefully. So just in here we had a little bit of lettuce that we've harvested most of it over Christmas now. It's for the cold meat and salad, obviously. We've got a few bak choy over there, but they're a bit tightly packed, but I'm sure we'll get something off them. And down the edge here, just a bit of a trial, I've got some elephant garlic in, as you can see. Down there. And that's just a bit of a see which does better, inside or outside. Here we've got a peach tree. No, it's nectarine, sorry, nectarine tree. And grapevine, looking a bit sorry for itself. Don't know if that'll make it or not, but 2 choices. And here we've got a apricot tree. Not had nothing off either of the trees in here yet, but they've been in a year now, so hopefully give them another couple of years and they'll start getting round. Here we like rhubarb. I grew a load from seed, variety Victoria, and these are all established good root systems now in the last 7 or 8 months. So they're ready to go out. I thought this was couch grass or something, but I rummaged around the other day. There's a sweet corn cob below there. I'm going to leave it in and probably transplant some of them if they hold off. I'm surprised the frost doesn't kill them, it just shows how much warmer you get in here. So yeah, a bucket of carrots, and we've got to build some wooden side down this side now. Bag of manure there, and yeah, we'll get it round. So just as I come outside the polytunnel, here we've got another IBC with 900 litres in at the minute, and that's running off the top of the little potting shed I've got here that I've built. And see, there's the chickens again. A little seating area that I inherited. And this is the main shed. I shan't undo that for now, but unfortunately I had to put a new roof on that a couple of weeks ago that still just needs finishing, but not a lot to do. It's the solar panel. Really good, that. So yeah, quick look in the potting shed. Down here we got, let's see, my most worthy thing. And then we've got some onions away in there. Shan't open them because it's a cold day. And in that one just got some cabbage. And chicken feed. Some buckets ready for potatoes. I've got a load more dotted about in places, as you've probably seen already. Bag of compost. I've got 10 more bags in the van, so I've got plenty to be kicking on with. Right, so the light's starting to fall now. As you can see, the bed that was here with the 3 blueberries in has gone. There's still a bit of wood from what was underneath the bed, I forgot for some reason I put a bottom on that one. As I said, it was the first one I made, so we're still learning. But that's gone from there. The blueberries are in pots now in the fruit cage, just over there. And the bed that was there, need to get some more wood chip for the path. The bed that was there makes a perfect bed over there, that size, with no bottom on it, for the rhubarb to go in. But right, I'm just going to go and get the seed potatoes out of the van, and then we'll show you what seed potatoes we're growing this year, and then that'll be it for today. Right, so with the lights coming on the camera, it's getting that dark now. We've just come into the potting shed here, and thought we'd just have a little chat about sweet potatoes this year. So we've got these are some home saved Sarpo Blue Danube that I grew last year, and they're starting to chip quite nicely already actually, so hopefully they'll be alright. There's about 4 kilos of them there. And then first earlies, I've got 10 kilos of Swift. There's 10 kilos, 5 in each tray. And up here we've got 2.5 kilos of Kestrel. They'll be used for a early baking potato, hopefully. We've got 10 kilos here of Casablanca. There, 2 trays. We've got a couple of kilos that I picked up before. These are a Maris pear, just a nice second early potato. And got 5 kilos of Picasso on the top here, and in the bottom tray there's 5 kilos of Valor. Never grown Valor before, so it'll be nice to try them. And yeah, so I mean, by the letter of the law they reckon you should chip them in light, but what we always seem to do on most of the lads down here on this allotment plot, we have like wooden cabinets, and all self-built. This is just an old one that I took out at home, and they'll sit in there and that protects them from the frost, and they'll chip away quite nicely in there. They do get slightly longer chips on them, but you just have to be a little more careful when you planting them. Some of these will go in early in these buckets. I've got about 25 of those dotted around, and they'll go into the tunnel, the first earlies in there. Probably the Casablanca, because they're probably the quickest. You can get a harvestable crop in about 65 days in them. So, and then some of the others will go outside, mostly be in buckets hopefully this year, but any others will have to be dug in, slowly building up the amount of buckets I got. But all comes down to a cost factor, unfortunately. And so hopefully we'll try and generate some own compost to put in there, but we'll end up buying a load, no doubt. So yeah, that pretty much signs me off for today, and hopefully we'll try and get up to make another bit of video tomorrow. So, right, bye for now.